If you're thinking about becoming a real estate agent, there's one thing you need to know to avoid being part of the 88% that fail in the first 2 years. Stay tuned to find out. Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you're all having a fantastic day. If you don't know, my name is Aram. I am a real estate agent here in the Chicagoland area. And I have to be honest with you, this is the second take because I forgot to turn the mic on, so I may be a little bit low energy because I've given this entire speech before. But nonetheless, thank you for being here. If you end up enjoying the content, please hit the like button for me. Leave your feedback in the comments below. I reply to all of them. And of course, if you are new, subscribe to the channel for more content like this around real estate, both houses, clients, and what to do on the agent side. If you're not new, you're probably wondering, this is a new area, this is a new corner of the room. It is. The sun is a little bit too strong on this side, so I'm switching angles. That's what we're doing. Anyhow, let's get straight down to it. What is the one thing you really need to know to make sure that you do not become part of the statistic of the 88 to 90% of real estate agents that fail the business within 2 years and completely get out? That's a huge percentage to think about. Just 88% of all realtors fail, right? Just think about that. We want to avoid that at all costs. And it is my firm belief that such a high number of real estate agents fail because they have false expectations. I'm going to elaborate on that point a little bit, and then I'll tell you the one thing you really need to get a good idea of to make sure you don't become part of this statistic. So what I mean by false expectations is you don't really know what you're signing up for, right? That's the biggest mistake. You expect it to be easy. You expect it to be just like the TV, but you don't realize the daily grind, right? You don't see the behind the scenes of all the phone calls it took to get that client in the same room with you and then get the listing signed, right? You miss all that. And when you don't see it and you have these false expectations, you expect it to be easy or you expect business to come to you and it doesn't, and you made no money for a year, you say this isn't for me and you move on with your life. So false expectations will ruin your career. But that's not really the one thing that you need to really understand to make sure that you don't have false expectations, right? And this entire video right now was inspired by my cameraman. If you guys are following along with the channel, I think a couple weeks ago, the most recent vlog, Vlog 64, I hired a videographer to follow me around and just film my day instead of me having to use my phone and film it like this, which kind of limits me to how much I can show you, right? And he was following me around and he was documenting my day as we go through, make the phone calls, the cold calls, the marketing, the branding, all that, right? And he asked me about 4 or 5 hours into the day, he's like, hey man, when are we gonna do real estate stuff? I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, we've been here 4 or 5 hours. We haven't seen a single house. We haven't talked to a single client. What's going on? I'm like, son of a gun. And then at the moment I told him, well, look, man, 80% of my job is this, right? The 20% of the time I'm really with the client. I'm showing a house. I'm opening a door. I'm selling a house. I'm taking photos. That's 20% of my time. 80% of my time and effort and energy is put into this part of the business. And that is what you need to know. That's what causes false expectations. If you think you're going to get in real estate and all you're going to do is real estate, you're terribly mistaken, okay? 80% of your time is not necessarily real estate related. 80% of your time is spent on generating business, making sure your accounting is all right, making sure your branding's on point, your marketing, right? Working on your business, in your business, all the other terms you could think about, right? You are a business owner. And real estate as an industry, as a career, that's just your vehicle, right? That's just what you chose to do. But you're a business owner. So 80% of the time is spent on essentially business development. You got to think about it that way. So when you go into the industry, expecting business to come to you, right? Not expecting to put that 80% in and just to get that 20% where you're actually showing houses, making money, putting deals together, and you didn't expect to sign up, you didn't expect to make cold calls, you didn't expect social media content, you didn't expect to be a business owner where you have to take care of your taxes, your sales, your employees, all that. You didn't expect this. So when it all comes to you right away, you realize within the first month of the business that, oh crap, this isn't what I signed up for, and you quit. That is why most agents don't make it out, because they have those false expectations and they don't fully understand what they're signing up for, which is 80%. You're focused on business development and just running your business and making sure you get new clients through, getting the flow, doing the follow-up, making the phone calls. It's a grind, folks. And then that 80% yields you to that 20% where you're actually doing the real estate activity, right? So if you have a passion for real estate, understand that's 20% of your time. And in my career as a whole, you guys have been following along for the last few years. You know I have made so many mistakes, and I continue to make mistakes, and I will continue to make mistakes because I'm just not a smart individual, right? But one of the mistakes I did not make, and I'm so grateful I didn't, because I wouldn't be here today, was to have false expectations. I really got lucky because if you know my story, I wanted to be a real estate agent at 19 years old, but in Illinois at the time, you couldn't until you were 21. So I had 2 years to kill. Those 2 years I spent on educating myself and fully understanding the job and the industry. So I came into the business without any false expectations. I expected it to be hard. I expected not to make as much money as I initially thought, right? I expected to make phone calls. I expected to be in sales. I expected to develop myself as a human being. So when I didn't make money for 4 months, I wasn't discouraged or disappointed, right? So I saw it coming, and that way it wasn't a surprise, and I was prepared, right? That was one of the few mistakes I didn't make that I think has it's a huge reason why I'm here making this video for you guys today. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm sorry if it was a little bit low energy. The second takes are just, they don't have the same juice as the first one does. But nonetheless, if you like this video, you found it helpful, please take a couple of seconds and help me out. Hit that like button, leave a comment with your thoughts and your feedback, your questions. You know every comment gets a reply. And if you're new here, you're not subscribed, what are you doing? Subscribe. Help me out so I can help you out and help more people out, etc., etc. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. Take care.